I'm a student here at the college, and studying here, it's easily recognized that a lot of our students are from out of town, and that means that a lot of us are very dependent on the transportation that is provided. Unfortunately, the transportation, from my experience, has not been the greatest. I've been stuck out there on a cold winter day for 7 hours, starting 5 a.m., so there's nowhere warm to get to. And not only that, I was there with a senior, and she was stuck out there in the cold for 7 hours also. And this isn't something that only happens once, this is something that happens often. So my question is, how do you plan to improve Greyhound services or transportation services?
Where do you live, Trina? What part, where do you live, the area?
GTA.
Okay. No, I mean, here when you were in town at school.
Oh, the residence.
Okay.
So she's living in one of the residences, just so our audience can pick up on the question. Mr. Kelly asked where she's living now. She's living in one of the student residences, originally from the GTA, Greater Toronto area. So Mr. Kelly, do you want to respond to that question about transportation needs within the city? And then Mr. May, you have 2 minutes on this question.
I take it for granted. I walk a lot. I often think of people with physical limitations. I also think a lot about seniors as well. My own personal self, I walk an hour and a half every morning. I'm the fittest, fattest guy you're ever going to meet. But I'm aware, like across from Fellows High School, you can't walk that stretch. From O'Brien Street down to Angus Campbell, you can't walk that stretch because it's snowy. So absolutely. I think, obviously the answer is perhaps quicker, and I love our city employees. I think they do a fantastic job around snow removal. I think perhaps some offsetting, there are potentially, and I don't want to get the taxi people angry with me, but, potentially the arrangement for volunteer drivers, or, I'd say something smart like, call me and I'll pick you up, drop you up at school. That I probably would. But absolutely, especially during inclement weather, we have to do a better job servicing our streets and roads, our sidewalks, and we have to do a better job in untoward weather in making sure that shut-ins and students, everyone, can get to their destinations. And I hope that answers your question.
Mr. LeMay, we'll let Mr. LeMay answer the question, please.
3 years ago, when Greyhound was at La Emotions, they were going to pull right out of Pembroke, and we worked hard and said, you can't, because of the seniors, because of people like yourself who want to get home. Thank God, Jim, GTA Giant Tiger said, no, we'll let them stop there. We couldn't control their service. I agree. I don't think that bus is ever on time. I could be wrong. But the bus that's supposed to be there at 5 o'clock in the morning doesn't arrive until 8 till 9. Oh. We were fortunate that the provincial government then permitted Northland to come in, which has also helped. Now the new government is talking about transportation in rural areas, and that they're going to have programs for us. So I think that's what we say, hey, we need it here in our particular area, being a rural area. So I think it's coming, but it's going to come before winter, I'm not sure, but that is something we're working on. Transportation is important.
Okay, thank you both. Yes, I'll give you 30 seconds.
Trina, you're obviously talking about going to the GTA? Yeah. Oh, thank you. I walk, but I don't walk that far. Ladies and gentlemen, I absolutely agree. The answer here is to seek out transportation grants from Ottawa and Toronto. That route to Toronto is terrible. And I can imagine by bus it must take 8 to 12 hours. Even by car, on 41 to 401, it's awful. And we need to, and that isolates us and costs us jobs and opportunities. But in the meantime, welcome to Pembroke. I lived in Toronto for 7 years. I prefer Pembroke.
Thank you very much. Additional questions from the audience? Yes.
Romeo Leviser, ratepayer in the city of Pembroke. The other night at the meeting for the candidates for the seats on the council, one word kept coming up, and I was surprised. It seemed to be a very popular word, and it seemed to be a bigger problem than I personally thought. and the word was burn. The burn. Some people feel that the former railroad bed, which is a burn now, is a psychological and visual barrier from downtown Pembroke to the waterfront. There are many people in business who feel that they seem to be separated from the waterfront. And I'm wondering what you would do if you agree that that burn should be reduced or cropped down. And if you do agree, what will you do as a mayor to help get rid of that burn?
And Mr. LeMay, we'll start with you on this question, please.
In regards to the burn, the difficulty is it's owned by the county. That's their property. 2 years ago, we had one of the towns come in and do a visit, where our secret visit was called. So we were looking for information, how can we improve our community? They were from Rockville, and when they reported to council, they said, you know, we don't understand. You're downtown, you've got a beautiful waterfront, you cut it off from the main street. Well, we said, no, we didn't cut it off, that was 10 years ago. Right after that particular meeting, I sent a letter to Mr. Sweet, who's chair of, or was chair of the operations committee, saying, please, we want to make it quite clear that as a city, we may be interested in taking down this burn. And they have it, and I keep reminding them, but we still don't know. We haven't heard exactly how things are going to proceed. But I agree, a certain section could come down. We don't want the profit, read it very clear. It's going to be the trickle as it's supposed to be. But it'd be nice if we could open up a section. So they're well aware that they have a letter sitting there, and hopefully down the road, council can make a decision, okay, well, we have to do testing and the rest. Could we afford it? When can we do it? But I think definitely we have to look at removing it.
Mr. Kelly, your response to the burn question.
Well, thank you, Mr. Levister, for your excellent questions. Yeah, the burn has come up, and it is county property as well. The thing that concerns me about the burn, and I'm in favor of getting rid of it, by the way, is contamination. As has already been pointed out, when I worked in Toronto, Queen's Park, I did a lot of work with brownfields. Brownfields are contaminated industrial sites within cities. So as we all know, before we became environmentally aware, what has gone into those tracks? What has gone into the treatment of those banks? And, quite conceivably, it could be oil, it could be, kerosene, it could be, any number of contaminants. And once you open that bailiwick, it becomes $1 million liability. So as advised, for sure, take it on, examine it. I know Adam Lesko wants to get rid of it, and other candidates as well, but potentially huge costs there. So proceed with caution, absolutely. Speak to the public, ask them what they want, and perhaps it will open up the downtown. I'm a visionary learner, so I'd have to see the concept of it, have an open house, and show people what it would look like. Toronto's faced with the same situation with the queue, the Queen Elizabeth, the Lakeshore Boulevard. It's an eyesore. It's unsightly. So when it becomes a trail, then what kind of trail? Walking trail, snowmobiles, ATVs. I'm a big walker, so that's walking, that's biking. And they have the other trail for ATVs up there. So further public consultation, but I absolutely would look at taking down the burn.